Hey guys! So, today is Wednesday, which means Top 5 Wednesday, right? Yeah? The month of May is Rewind Topics. So, I got the pleasure of just picking whatever the fuck I wanted to do for Top 5 Wednesday out of the topics listed. And I chose Top 5 LGBTQ reads, because why not? And these choices probably won't be a surprise. And I still haven't gotten to, two books that I probably would put on this list, but I haven't read them. So I can't put them on this list because I haven't read them. It's Let's Talk About Love and All Out. That's the two books I'm talking about. I have very high expectations for those books, and I'm pretty sure they're going to live up to them because I've heard nothing but great things. So, anyway, let's get to the ones I have read. So, first we have, I picked Ship of the Dead because that's where the most queer stuff happens, but just the Magnus Chase series in general after you get to Hammer of Thor. Yeah, after you get to Hammer of Thor, Sword of Summer doesn't really have any queer rep in it, but Hammer of Thor is when Alex is introduced, the love of my life, and the most queer shit happens in Ship of the Dead. So I picked Ship of the Dead because it has some, I think, quality gender fluid representation. I'm personally not gender fluid, I'm agender, but I'm non-binary, and gender fluid is non-binary, so it was lovely to see some non-binary representation. And in a middle grade book, no less, it was just, I've said it before, I'll say it again, it's great. And Ship of the Dead has even more queer content that I don't want to spoil because it was so amazing when it happened. So it has more queer content than just Alex's gender identity in Ship of the Dead. So it's good. So that's my number 5 pick. My number 4 pick, I do not own, but it is Crooked Kingdom. I'm going to put the picture right here. And Crooked Kingdom is, Six of Crows is also good, but Crooked Kingdom is where, the good queer shit happens. So that's why I picked Crooked Kingdom. And it's just, there's bisexual representation, there's, unspecified sexuality, but definitely queer representation, which I personally like because I like to pretend that, he is ace, but he is, homo-romantic. So it's left open, guys. It doesn't really tell you what his sexuality is. It just tells you that he's into guys. Anyway, so Crooked Kingdom and Six of Crows are, quality, because, you don't get bisexual representation that often. And the character that is bisexual is just a quality fleshed out character, and his character is not revolved around the fact that he's bisexual. Which applies to the characters in Magnus Chase, too. It actually applies to all of the characters that I'm going to mention. Their queerness is not the focus of their character, and it's great. They're just queer, and then they have all these other character traits. So, because you need that if you want to be actual quality representation. So anyway, I thought that was great. So that's my number 4 pick. Number 3, again, it's the Kingsmen because that's where the most queer shit happens, but there's actually queer shit that happens because there's a queer character, and it's revealed that he's queer within, the first, 100 pages of the Foxhole Court. So, you got that. But, the Kingsmen introduces some quality queer shit, and it includes a character who is demisexual, and I didn't think there would be a demisexual character in any books that I read, and while it's not mentioned on the page that he's demisexual, the author has confirmed it on her Tumblr, and, it's mentioned, that he doesn't have a type, that he's only into the person that he's, in a relationship with in this book. So, yeah, it's some good shit. And then, like I said, there's the other character, and he is also really great, and I love him. I love all of them. I love all of the characters in this book series, even though they're extra as fuck. I love all of the characters in all of the book series, as I've mentioned, actually. But anyway, so queer rep in this book, you got your one character who's out since like the Foxhole Court, and then you got the two guys that are like the romance centric part of this book, which is not. It's kind of a big part of the book, but it's not really a big part of the book. It's my number 3 pick because I just love the relationship in this book so much, because it focuses so much on consent, and that's so important, and it's good. It's good. That's my number 3 pick. My number 2 pick is actually Every Hearted Doorway, because I like Every Hearted Doorway better than I like Beneath the Sugar Sky, but I don't own Every Hearted Doorway. So I went with Beneath the Sugar Sky because it has, like, the same characters. It just doesn't, like, you're already expected to know one of the characters is asexual because it's revealed in Every Hearted Doorway. They do talk about a trans character in this book who is also in Every Hearted Doorway. They talk more about, like, the trans experience, I guess, if you want to call it that. Like, just figuring out your gender identity and how, like, sometimes you don't know until, like, something happens. And yeah, I loved the trans quality rep in this book, and I loved the ace rep and the trans rep in Every Hearted Doorway. And if you read Down Among the Sticks and Bones, which is also in the series, there's some quality lesbian content. So, yeah, this is my number 2 pick. And my number 1 pick is the only book out of the books that I've chosen that's actually focused on the romance, and that is The Song of Achilles. So The Song of Achilles focuses on Achilles' relationship with Patroclus, and obviously they're lovers. That's not really a spoiler. Okay, it doesn't say it on the back, but it's not really a spoiler. Especially because I think I've talked about it before, the fact that they're lovers on my channel before, and like non-OTP videos. I mean, I have a picture of them on my wall, like, you knew they were lovers. That's not a spoiler. But that's the queer content in this. It's good. It's my number 1 pick because it's my favorite book. And, it has queer content in it, and the queer content is, like, pretty great. It's never really, like, Achilles and Patroclus' sexuality is never actually, like, explicitly stated because, you know, labels didn't really exist in ancient Greece. And I appreciated that because, you know, labels didn't exist in ancient Greece. So I appreciate Madeline Miller not going like, hey, this character is gay. She was just like, no, this character really likes guys. And I was just like, cool, Madeline Miller. I like that. I just think it's great, and I think it's some quality queer content. So, anyway, that's why it's my number 1. So, I hope you all enjoyed those recommendations. They're not new recommendations, as I stated before, but I hope you enjoyed them nonetheless, and I hope you enjoy me talking about queer shit, because that's what I love to do. Sorry this video is so long. I did not mean for it to get so long. But anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.